Welcome, Twitch chat and YouTube, to another Wednesday Night Vintage League, another donation deck list. If you are interested in seeing me play your deck list, you can. Check out the Patreon link in the description of this YouTube video. Today we have Jacob's deck list here, and it is a Coveted Jewel Mishra's Workshop combo deck featuring a brand new card, Displacer Kitten. Now, Displacer Kitten is a very hard card to find on Magic Online right now, currently upwards of $80, but thanks to Honorog over at OnZD, we have some kittens tonight, and you should definitely check out their work as well. They put up some really cool legacy streams and that kind of content over on their channel. So, what do I have in front of me? I have an all-in combo deck based off of the powerful commander card, Coveted Jewel. Now, we've played multiple Coveted Jewel videos on this stream. It is a Belcher-esque, and when I say Belcher-esque, I mean an all-in, non-interactive combo variant. Using the power of Mishra's Workshop, Coveted Jewel is not super expensive when you have workshops and Grim Monoliths and Moxen. And then you can do things like pay 3 mana and 2 life to copy your Coveted Jewel and draw another 3 cards, because Coveted Jewel also gives you 3 mana. The thing, I guess, this deck list is really trying out is we're trying out Displacer Kitten in the kind of the flex slot. Sometimes this flex slot includes things like, what was the word? What is the Ghostly Flicker? Ghostly Flicker is the card I'm looking for. And some other questionable Magic the Gathering cards. But this time, whenever we cast a Moxen after we have a Kitten in play, maybe we can bounce a Jewel or reset a Monolith or reset a Mana Vault. Cool things like that. I did just notice before we start that I'm missing a combo, actually. If I have a Karn and a Displacer Kitten, if I can put a Lotus Petal and a Tormod's Crypt in my yard, that actually is an infinite combo, and I'd like to include that. So I will include that before we start the video. But yeah, so basically, we're an all-in combo deck that very loosely uses Force of Will. Like, our Force of Will count for blue cards is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is very low. That is the first thing I'm worried about in this list. I don't know if this blue count is sufficient to be actually playing Force of Will. There's a couple other things I'm a little worried about with, like, our dependence on artifacts and having no interaction whatsoever and that kind of thing. But we'll see how it goes. It's usually kind of a banger outing, and I hope it is tonight as well. Exciting news, everyone. I've just launched a new Patreon. There, you can show support for my content, grab additional weekly metagame recommendations, and even submit a donation deck list. Donation deck lists are the most frequently asked question on my channel, and I feel I am now ready to support this new content. Please check out the rules for submissions on the Patreon link in the description, and thank you for your continued support of my channel. Let's battle. Okay, here we are, round 1 of this Vintage League. We made a quick swap in our sideboard to add Tormod's Crypt, Lotus Petal. The reason is, if you have a Displacer Kitten and a Karn, you can use the Karn to get a Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal blinks the Karn. Use the Karn to get a Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt blinks the Karn. And then you can actually Tormod's Crypt your graveyard and keep going and make infinite mana and then grab a Lattice or a Blightsteel or something like that. So, we've got Mildrotha in round 1. Mildrotha has been playing a mill deck, which is an exciting deck that maybe you will see on this stream sometime in the future. I don't know if that's what we're up against, but we'll have to see. Also, Mildrotha likes to play a lot of DPS, so this deck, this match could be quite explosive. Here, we can do something like just turn 1 PO, probably. If we went Ancient Tomb, Sapphire Jet, Opal, Flicker of the Sapphire, it doesn't really get us to PO, so we're probably just going to jam this PO and hope that they don't have anything. I would say that this deck does a lot of jamming and hoping my opponent doesn't have anything. That definitely seems like something that this deck will end up doing, just because it's more of like a Belcher-style PO deck. Whee! PO over 3. Wow. So that went well, but we bricked off here. And didn't hit anything else. So that's a little annoying, but So we can go... we can do these things and play a monolith, and then use the monolith to play a kitten, and then use the opal to untap the monolith, well, blink the monolith, and then play another kitten. And then I'll hold this sapphire because I want to be able to, like, blink a coveted jewel. If I, like, drew a coveted jewel, drew a coveted jewel, and then like drew 3 lands or something. I think it's fine. So my opponent is either, I mean, they're probably on DPS here. I guess theoretically they could also be on Doomsday. Well, I was really hoping that this PO would hit me more action, and it kind of did not. I mean, to be fair, Displacer Kittens or Ghostly Flickers or Antiquities War, whatever you played in that flex slot would probably not be action. Time Walk is not terrible. That's a rebuy. So I'll cast Time Walk, and I will blink my Grim Monolith, and I guess I will blink my Mox Opal. And then I will play my Workshop and attack. All right, can I get a Coveted Jewel? Coveted Jewels? Any jewels? No jewels. All right, well, this would have been a good time to have one of those moon keys, moon silver keys. That would have been good. Yeah, you know me, Callum. That is the MO. Yeah, so I mean, there's a pretty high chance we die if they're Doomsday or if they're DPS here on turn 3, I would think. But that's just kind of how we drew it up, you know. We had the draw 3. Our draw 3 just drew us too much mana and not enough action. Back Ritual Doomsday. Oh, no, Duress. Duress is a good sign, because that means I'm not dead right away. Okay, so it is DPS. Definitely DPS. Oh, never mind. We're dead right away. Is this Dark Petition for Yogwill? Yeah, Demonic for... counting mana here. Yogwill right away. Is that enough? That's short, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My opponent's a little short here on their mana. What's the best they can do now? Just get Tinker for next turn? How is it short? They didn't have enough mana to get Tendrils and cast it. I don't think they could have therapied with Threshold. But I wasn't looking very closely. I think they were actually supposed to go for Tinker on the next turn. Maybe not. I like the idea of them tinkering on the next turn instead of going for Black Lotus and casting all of their cantrips. I think that would have been a better way to recover. Here we just have more mana. Lucky for them, it's still... Well, I guess... And on the next turn would mean they would have 7 life. Which maybe that's not enough to tinker with. Yeah, but they didn't have any more rituals left. So they have to, like, cantrip. Okay, main deck Monastery Mentor out of DPS is pretty nice here. I mean, it's gonna stop my attack, right? Into an Ancestral. Well, this certainly looks bad for me. My opponent is having a lot of fun, for whatever that's worth. Nothing for me. A lot for them. Are we done? I still win with a Coveted Jewel or a PO. Not an Urza Saga, though. Urza Saga never wins. Ah, boy. I would lose a kitten. Yeah, I mean... I've been blocked. My 4-mana 2/2 beatdown plan. Who could have seen this coming, that the 4-mana 2/2 beatdown plan wouldn't be good? Oh boy, what did they draw? Dark Petition? I can't imagine I win then. Yeah, I mean, it can't be a Justin stream unless we miss on our top decks for 5 turns, right? I can't imagine we can win after our opponent tutors for whatever card they want. Yeah, that's bad for the home team. What does this damage look like? It's 9 if I chump. I think chumping once makes sense. I chump, I take 9, I go to 9, and then they have 5 attackers. Maybe if I double block, then it's 9, and then I take, and it's 1 spell. I think we're dead pretty much no matter what. Yeah, this is so unfortunate. We just could not find another action spell. This is something I was worried about when we played Cat. It's not technically action on its own. Yeah, we did not get there. Oh, no worries, name. Have a great anniversary date. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so my opponent is on DPS. I am going to bring in nothing. I don't care. Maybe I bring in a negation. I don't have enough blue spells for this negation to be good, but we'll give it our old college try, and we'll just take out... No one needs this island, right? No one needs this island. This island is useless. Pasta check. All right. What do I have? This hand is pretty good. Yeah, keep. Well, I think there are... It's not really the list's fault. I think it's more of the deck idea's fault. Like, there's a reason that, you know, PO players are not playing the Coveted Jewel list, and I think that's because there are definitely some issues with the way it's constructed, in terms of like blue count and that kind of thing. But it's definitely very powerful. It's just it's like a Belcher deck, right? Are we winning here? Certainly looks like we're winning. That's... Is that 6? That's 6. All right. I mean, like, this is obviously extremely powerful, right? I bricked again. No, stop. I'm going to hold the Lotus in case I could draw a Displacer Kitten. Maybe I'm supposed to hold the Soul Ring too, actually. I'm probably just supposed to hold both. I'm not actually sure we're winning. Like, we did cast a turn 1 Coveted Jewel, but our Ancestral drew us 3 mana. So, I don't know if we're actually winning. Hey, Lavinia out of DPS. Damn. All right. I drew another mana source. Okay. Well, I hope my Urza Saga is as good as everybody tells me it is. Oh, yeah, I can do that anytime. Sure. Yeah, I definitely could have done things more optimally. Yeah, I guess my opponent gets my Coveted Jewel. That seems bad for me. My opponent's all spell control deck just stole my Coveted Jewel, and they drew 3 cards off of it and got 3 mana, and it untapped. Seems bad. Wait, is this DPS or is this PO? Why are you playing the good cards over there, opponent? Come on, who told the opponent to register the good cards in their deck? I don't even have the right Voltaic key to steal my Coveted Jewel back with. I don't even have the Manifold key because I have a split so I can get either of them off my Saga, which is great. I do love that. Oh, look at my opponent is using those 3 cards very well. I don't know. Like, we did our thing. Our opponent didn't stop us from doing our thing. We just drew nothing. Like, a PO here still wins. A Jewel probably still wins. Well, a Jewel doesn't win because I can't cast a Jewel. And a PO doesn't win because I can't cast a PO. So none of those statements are true. Well, maybe Urza Saga will win us the game because that card is broken, right? Please say yes. Mystical Tutor. All right. Urza Saga will not win us the game because Urza Saga does nothing ever. No. Nope. All right. It was a fun match. Our opponent tutored for a Tinker, and they're going to cast Tinker, and we are going to die. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Well. That was bad. I guess we'll try again. All right. We got Renee, who's going to Hull Breacher us. This is not going too well. All right, what do I have? I've got a Kitten. I've got a Kitten and a Saga. Is that good? A Saga could beat Renee. I mean, I just drew nothing, Voldrotha, and you had powerful cards. I think you made good choices. You put Lavinia and Mentor into your deck, and it definitely made your deck better. We're gonna mulligan this hand and try to find something better. Why does this hand not do anything? This hand also does nothing. It's incredible, actually. It's incredible. It does nothing. I would have to draw any artifact, any man. I mean, drawing any artifact, any mana source is probably worth keeping. I'll just get rid of a workshop. Oh boy. Like, basically, most cards that are not blue in our deck are going to let us Tinker. I think our Tinker will get forced, and then we'll be sad, but again, that is kind of what we signed up for tonight. The the deck we signed up is cast our spell, hope it wins. I hate this game. I said any artifact. I said any artifact. I said any artifact. The reality is, it is not any artifact. I'm so good at this game, man. I'm so good at calling whatever's the worst thing that can possibly go wrong. I guess technically a Jewel I also can't cast because I got rid of a workshop, which I think is correct. I don't think I want to have another workshop, but a Jewel would also not be castable. I was thinking, you know, like Grim Monolith, but it really doesn't matter because my opponent is going to Pyroblast or Flusterstorm or force this Tinker, and I have no counterplay. I just have or Hull Breacher. Like I just have no counterplay. We're here to do the Tinker, and if our opponent says no, we get to be sad, which is it's a fun archetype, to be fair. I enjoy my opponent Pyroblasting my spells and Hull Breachering my draw 3s. Any vault is fine. Any vault is, we can take vaults. Vaults are fine. Jewel Chomps is not a deck you can be sad about when it doesn't work. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If our opponent plays a Hull Breacher, what do we Tinker? Oh, they're gonna get a Flusterstorm? They got a Force of Will. Ah. Time Vault is fine. Time Vault lets me cast Tinker. Oh, my opponent casting Vault, I see. All right, Ancient Tomb. So will my opponent force a Displacer Kitten if I cast it is the first question. Because I know that they have Force of Will, and I really don't want my Tinker to be forced. Probably will. It's kind of scary, right? Like, it's a scary card. It's a scary card. What are you gonna, like, opponent? You're gonna let this resolve? Like, that seems bad. You should not let this resolve. Please counter it, please. Please, please, please. Please. This is 80 tickets. How could you not counter it? This is like 8 Black Lotuses. 8 Black Lotus. You know how good a card has to be 8 Black Lotuses? Got him. Got him. It's free. Ah, yes. So free. You'd love to see it. Now their second Force of Will can counter my Tinker. Hardcast Citadel. That would be bad. Uh-oh. It's Hardcast Citadel. Ah, Yogwill. That's also bad. My opponent can rebuy their Saga? Think of the value. Time Walk, Saga, Merchant Scroll for another Force? Nah, that Saga did nothing. What are you talking about? Saga only does something if your opponent's deck is bad and doesn't kill you. What does that say? Yeah. Yeah. You can get an Ancestral? Yeah. Oh, boy. I'm glad Renee is having a good time, you know? That's what matters. As long as my opponents can have fun, then it's just a win, right? Yeah. Yeah, just keep doing it. Just keep casting spells. What's the worst that could happen? No? Alright, fair enough. Alright, you can have another turn. Why not? Skipping turns, not great with Earth. Don't even, who needs, Urza Saga does nothing. Doesn't even tutor Manifold Key. Alright. I'm gonna bring this defense grid in. Seems reasonable. And I'm gonna bring in this negation. And then I'm gonna cut the island again. And I'm gonna cut the voltaic key. Sure, the voltaic key. That seems pretty reasonable. No, I will cut the manifold key. So no. So I can get. Nah, I'm just cutting the vault. Maybe I'll switcheroo them. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the manifold key. I'm on the next level. Can't hold me back. It's, well, to be fair, our deck is a Grim Monolith deck, right? So the value of keys go up, and the reasoning is because if they name Manifold Key, you can find the other one off of your Saga. Now, that's just kind of a pipe dream for a player like me, because if I have a Saga, it means I'm dead. But for a player who could resolve their Saga trigger, that could be good. It's just a way to play around Needle's Sweat. It's not like they're playing Key because, I mean, like, obviously Manifold Key is much better than Voltaic Key. But unless there's a Needle naming Manifold Key, in which case Voltaic Key is better, you know? All right. This has not gone as well as planned. However, we resolved some spells in round 1. We resolved a Jewel, a PO for 3. That's pretty good. That doesn't cast any spells. That doesn't cast any spells. That That's pretty bad, I would say. Because blue sources are few and far between. Like, I could pitch Jewel and Pio. I could pitch Jewel and Kitten. And then... Alright, we'll go again. That doesn't cast any spells. That doesn't cast any spells. Alright, time to find out how good Urza's Saga is. Can Urza's Saga win me this game of Magic? Let's find out together. If Urza... Okay. I will tell you right now. If Urza's Saga wins me this Multitude, I will tweet saying, I have underrated Saga forever, and it is a great Magic card in Vintage and should be restricted. I will write that, and I will tweet that if Urza's Saga wins me this Multitude. I heard this card was supposed to be restricted. I want to see it myself. Right now. I have its best friend, Ancient Tomb, which no one plays in Saga decks. Well, I guess Shops is a Saga deck, but we don't talk about Shops. All right, well, it made a construct. That's better than all my other sagas. What is this? I'm getting opposition agented? I hate this. This saga is so bad! It's so bad! It just finds my opponent Black Lotus. It's so fucking bad. I can't play this Magic card. It is always going to kill me. It's crazy. How can this card be so bad? How do people play this card? It's unbelievable. I would love my land to disappear and also give my opponent a Black Lotus and take the Black Lotus out of my deck. That is exactly what I want my land to do. Oh, this looks like bad for me. What's this? That's a lot of mana you got there, Renee. Ah, cool! My land not only gave my opponent a Black Lotus, it also gave them a creature to kill me with! Oh, next game, next game, next game, next game, next game, next game, next game. We were hitting like 80 with bots, and now we're at 100 with no bots, so pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about the leagues right now. That is a good point, though. Mana Traders is this month. I actually need to make some content for that. What kind of content do people need for Mana Traders? Do we need to do a metagame overview? Maybe I'll make a metagame overview. Uh-oh. Cavern of Souls. On human. Is it Athalia? Not Athalia. Ah, Bob. All right, let's murder them. Let's murder them. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. No, I didn't need to play my land. Wait, no, did I need to play my land? I probably didn't. I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really think about it. I probably shouldn't have played my land so I could have more blue mana or something. Who cares? Whatever. Doesn't matter. My opponent played Cavern on human and played a Bob. What are we doing here? All right, apparently it mattered. So if I play a Displacer Kitten, and can I make enough blue mana to cast a Restoration? That's the next question. Probably. All right, Displacer Kitten, time to find out how good you are. Cast an opal, or cast a ruby, blink my opal. Wait, this actually is going to work, right? Cast a Grim Monolith, blink my opal. I probably could have had like one more draw card. And then cast my key, blink. Wait, this is actually nice. How many do I get to draw? 5? Probably want to blink for a blue mana. This is winning, right? Because Karn goes infinite. Wait, this was actually nuts. I guess I can just get a Lotus. I don't really need to go infinite, or a Lattice. I don't really need to go infinite. Whee! All right, that was a lot of fun. I have to admit, Jewel Shops is a banger. We're currently in round 3, Daniel. We have lost the first 4 games, but this game we ran supreme. Okay, so we're up against a Hatebears deck with Cavern of Souls. I'm going to just bring in Dismember. I'm going to take out Force of Will. And I'm going to bring in a Blightsteel Colossus. That could be fun. Let's do that. No, we did not win the Molded 2. My Molded 2 went like this. I play a Saga. I make a Construct. I make a second Construct. My opponent steals my Construct trigger, gets a Black Lotus, then plays a DAC and steals my Construct. It was not a good Molded 2. That was not a good time. What does this hand do? Nothing. This hand looks really bad. Let's try again. What does this hand do? This hand also looks pretty bad. Let's try again. All right. Let's do it. Let's see how high we can roll. I mean, there are 4 Mox Opals, so. Ooh, Plains oh, fuck. Can our deck beat a Deafening Silence? Nope. No, it cannot. All right, well, that's pretty good. I guess we might have to put those Force of Wills back in our deck, huh? Ooh, this card could be good. Should we bait a Wasteland with our Workshop? Nah. Nah, let's just get a Saga going. I've heard the Saga card is restricted. This is the way we win the game, or it should be restricted. Come on, this is our time. Saga resolved? Beautiful. Do we need to kill this Kataki? We actually kind of do need to kill this Kataki. Nice Kataki. Got him. I want to flip. Wait a second. Do we make a Saga token or do we play a Coveted? We can't play a Coveted Jewel against this creature deck, right? We can't, that's probably illegal. Yeah, all right. I won't play the Coveted Jewel versus the creature. I can play a Coveted Jewel and then on their turn I can Ancestral. Okay, I can't do it. I can't. I want to. A large part of me wants to cast this Coveted Jewel. But oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I guess what we do is pay for the stuff. And then take an ouchie. Ooh. And then get a blue mana. So we could go blue mana. Oh, we can't cast more than one spell, though. So it's really hard for us to cast PO. I mean, Soul Ring does pay for one extra thing. This is a true statement. Yeah, well, don't we want to play blue mana? Well, I guess Coveted Jewel gives us blue mana. All right, let's do it. We're jeweling it up. This thing's a 4/4. Ooh, these are creatures. Uh-oh, opponent. Uh-oh, opponent. Oh, God, this is going to kill me. How many of these am I allowed to cast? Maybe we should play a second construct token. All right, we gotta get this game over here. I do get to cast an Ancestral on their turn for whatever that's worth. I now can pay for everything forever, though. This Kataki looks a little silly against Tolarian Academy Coveted Jewel. All of my things pay for more than one thing. Oh, none of my things pay for anything. That is a lie. Tolarian Academy still does, though. Okay, all right. I mean, I think these constructs are going to get there. It's a good thing they didn't have a Wasteland. If they had a Wasteland, things would be very bad for me. Even if I didn't hit this Tolarian Academy, things would be very bad for me. Does this pay for everything? Oh yeah, it's Tolarian Academy. Of course it pays for everything. That's literally how it's worded, Justin. Tap, pay for everything. So I have lethal here by just playing any artifact. So why don't I play a 3-ball? That sounds fun. Well, I think Saga gets a victory. Is this the first time in the history of Urza Saga that the card has won a game? I think it is. We can finally put a 1 in the win column for Urza Saga. Wow. Saga actually did something that wasn't lose me the game. I love it. Thank you, Based Saga. You can now be restricted. All right, our arch nemesis, BPK. Across the table, probably going to hit us with the Spirit of the Labyrinth, which would be a problem. Let's see what happens. That's a hell of a hand. I elect to keep it. BPK has mold to 5, maybe trying to find a force. Brian knows me pretty well at this point. Brian knows that I'm gonna tinker his ass. Oh, we're not playing around Mindbreak Trap. We will play directly into Brian's Mindbreak Trap. I don't care. You can't stop me. Fight me. Should we play Jewel? Jewel sounds like fun. So I'm going to bait with this one. All right, well, the bait didn't work. Mindbreak Trap? Any Mindbreak Trappers? Nope, got a force, though. They're down to 3 cards. Tameshi? Ooh, I like this card a lot. It forces you to play Saga in your deck, though, so I don't play it very much, but it's such a cool card. Okay, we've been bested. 3 cards left in our opponent's hand. Okay, Tundra. That vibes. Yep. 2 cards left in our opponent's hand. And we technically can't cast Tinker until we play this Ancient Tomb, but I think that's okay. We don't have a Citadel to get, but we do have a Coveted Jewel. No, opponent's probably on like a value side. Ooh, they just did not want to see the Jewel life. Should we tell Brian we don't have a Citadel in our deck? Nah, we'll keep it on the down low. We'll just keep it on the down. No one tell Brian there's no Citadel. I'm gonna bring in like at least some amount of Dismember, because I know something will happen and it will be bad for me. Something will definitely happen. I don't know what we want to take out. Maybe we hedge a little bit, take it out of Opal, take out a key, you know, just hedge against a possible Stony Silence of some kind. This seems reasonable. Let's try this. It's hard to sideboard against BPK because really anything could happen. What do we have? What do we have? We have 3 blue spells with no blue mana and a Dismember. But we could have blue mana. You know what? We have enough artifacts in our deck. This is blue mana. I'll allow it. All right. They get to see our sweet hand. All right. Do your worst. Show me what you got. All right. Now it's cold in here. Can't wait for 10 minutes from now when it's warm again. Okay, this is a very interesting start. I drew a sapphire. Man. Let's play around day. Oh, they don't have an art. Never mind. There's no reason to play around days. I probably should have played a Tolarian Academy, but it's fine. We'll just play around days anyways. All right, so what do I have? A workshop. That's kind of bad for me. Let's get a kitten in play. May I have a kitten? Sweet. Isn't she the cutest thing you've almost seen? All right, fair enough. All right, so you have a Saga ticking down. We've got a Mana Vault. What are you going to do to us? What are they going to do? Yo, thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Okay. What else? Okay. This is not a very controlling deck that got over there. No land drop. Saga tokens incoming. What do we have? Can we have like a key? Or not key. I don't want a key. A jewel. A jewel is what I wanted. All right. Well, this is kind of force this or lose, right? I feel like that's what this is. Blink my sapphire. Too bad I don't have enough to PO. Wow. No force. Incredible. We would draw 3, and then we would just blink this jewel in every turn at every spell and win. Just to had nothing. Wow. To be fair, like, this probably also wins if we don't have a kitten, but, like, this definitely also wins if we don't have a kitten, but, I mean, it definitely also wins if, like, the kitten is completely unnecessary, but it looked cool, which is, you know, good for the metrics and stuff. Okay, here we are, 5th and final round of this quick, super quick Vintage League with our donation deck list from Jacob, our jewel shops with cats. It's been a lot of fun. This hand is good. This hand's great. Keep. So this hand is just super sweet. So what can we do? What can we do? We can do Emerald Vault. Emerald Vault. Can we do Trinisphere into Karn? Sure looks like we can. I guess a question is, do we play around days? Nah. Nah. Not even a little bit. I need all of this mana for Karn, so we'll go Workshop Trinisphere. Trinisphere resolves? Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess I'll follow up Trinisphere with a Karn. That's totally reasonable. What? What just happened? Do we do anything right now? Maybe we get... Well, we're just playing a Lattice next turn, right? I guess we just plus because I don't want to get bolted. Or maybe we just get a Lattice now? Oh, no, that would also get me bolted. I should have just plussed. I guess they can't bolt me because they can't play 3 mana. They're just dead. Why am I thinking about this? I slashered them and played a Trinisphere on turn 1, so maybe they'll just concede now. Oh, expert gaming. Powerful vintage wizard here. I don't know. Submit. Submit. Wait, this league kind of went okay. Knock on something. Knock on something real quick. Though we are locked in for a treasure chest, right? Which I like. I'm telling you, these treasure chest changes are so good for me. I'm the king of 2/3s. Is this another turn 1 Karn? No, a little short of turn 1 Karn, but this is probably still good enough. It doesn't cast anything right away, but we have like Saga, what is that? Is that a basic forest? Is my opponent on bug? You wouldn't bug me, would you? Ooh, they are on bug. Fair. Well, I did not put Dismember in my deck, so that is going to make things harder. Ah, Force of Will! Perfect. All right, time to find out how good Saga is. Gaming. I guess we just play this Soul Ring. I mean, Saga doesn't beat Oof if they have a Wasteland, which they do. Again, Saga is you. What is this? Why opponent? Opponent, why are you throwing the game? Opponent, Wasteland the Saga. All right, well. My Saga does add 2 types to this Tarmogoyf, so, you know, quite strong, really. Playing Bug is not ideal. Though this Tarmogoyf will be bigger soon. Oh, that's a combo. I'm still pretty far behind. I can't really cast any spells. Like, it's definitely not one game. I would say we're probably not favored. Yeah, I think we're just dead to turn 1 Collector Roof because we didn't have Force and I didn't board in Dismember. I don't know if it's correct to board in Dismember. Well, we saw what Misty Rainforest game 1. It doesn't really mean anything. Oh, Wasteland is so good. Wasteland is real strong. Yeah, I think this is just lost unless we draw like Moxen off the top to stabilize. Probably need to draw multiple Moxen off the top. Saga is so bad here. I guess it technically will help us stabilize maybe a little bit later, but Saga is just so bad here. Hate having vanishing lands against Collector Roof. Oh, I'm gonna have to force that one. Second Tarmogoyf is pretty bad for me. I could have conceded if I didn't have the Saga. It would have been much better for my mental, you know? No one ever thinks about that. Why doesn't my opponent attack with the Scavenging Ooze and eat the Tarmogoyf? Well, I guess that shrinks this one. Whatever. All right, so I need to draw... No, I'm just dead on board. I'm dead. There's nothing I can draw. I drew another box opal. Okay. No, not putting Saga in your Tinker decks is just smart gaming. So then you don't get hit by all the hate. No one can opposition agent your Saga if you don't play it. No one can force a figure your Saga if you don't play it. Nobody can steal your construct with a Dak Faden if you don't play it. Yeah, Oof is quite good. All right, I'm going to bring... I can't really bring in Colossus against Oko. I think we just bring in Dismembers and take out some, like, one Opal, one Opal, one Top, one Key or something. It's pretty reasonable. Yeah, you'll notice that the good Saga decks are the ones that cut Saga from their deck for sure. All right, this hand's great. Yes, it's cutting down. It's making us have so much more. What's the word that Devin uses? Non-game downtime. There's a word. Dead game. Garbage time. That's the one I was looking for. Garbage time. All right, so this is an interesting hand because we need to figure out how to sequence this around Vigor. Is there any way we can sequence this around Vigor? Not really. There's just no way we can sequence around Vigor, right? I guess we would lead Saga. That's got to be the best way because that lets us at least cast Monolith. No, we're going to go Saga, Pearl, Monolith, Sapphire, pass. And then upkeep PO is likely what we're going to do. But yeah, oh yeah. Saga first play. I agree. This looks fine. This is playable. Yeah. I'm not casting PO on my turn. I want to play around Negation and Vigor. There's no reason for me to cast PO on my turn. Uh-oh. No Vigor. I think they might have it, though. Could have just been a pause, though. So they should respond this right now. So if they had Vigor, I think they should respond with the Sapphire on the stack and hit Vigor on the Monolith and the Saga. Maybe that or... Yeah, that's probably was their best timing window. Now they can't cast Vigor at all. So we get to just go to their turn. And I'm going to PO on their upkeep. Okay. Hope we don't get oofed. If we get oofed, it's bad for us. Put it that way. Uh-oh. Black Lotus Collector Roof is a classic bug turn 1. Hopefully it's just 2 Tarmogoyfs. It doesn't really matter how many lands we have that produce mana. We just can't beat a Collector Roof. Yeah. All right. Well, what's the guy to do? My opponent always has their 1 of 4 Moxen to play their turn 1 Collector Roof. Oh, boy. There's really just like, this deck doesn't have the tools. The tools are not, I probably don't even want to pay 3 though. No. I don't know. We're just dead. Our Saga is going to go away and turn into a land that doesn't, and turn into a Moxen that does nothing. Basically, our Saga is just going to hurt us again. And we're going to lose. There's not much we can do about it. Like, we have to kind of draw Force or Dismember off of that PO, and we just didn't. No. Saga is absolutely horrible against Oof. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Yeah, we just don't have much going for us here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Vault Key in case we ever draw Dismember, but like it's just super unlikely. Like, we can get Dismember, but there's like very low likelihood it resolves. If we get Assassin's Trophy, that would be good for us. Abrupt Decay would be bad, though. It was Abrupt Decay. Okay, fair. We have the island for Assassin's Trophy, which would have been nice. Oh, now we don't have the land to cast Dismember. And then we're going to start losing health very rapidly and not be able to cast it either. It's okay, though, because nice of Magic Online to change the league structure to give me a chest after we go 2-3. Yeah, we're dead. That's a sad way to end it. Turn 1 Collector Roof twice, but that is kind of the bug MO. I wonder what the likelihood of actually having turn 1 Collector Roof in bug is. It's got to be pretty small, right? Because they don't have 4 Collector Roof and they only have 4 Moxen. Or do they have 4 Collector Roof? I also have never seen bug not have a Moxen on turn 1, but like, what is the actual likelihood? It can't be that high. Because this game, we very easily win if my opponent doesn't have a turn 1 Collector Roof, right? Because we just Coveted Jewel Displacer combo them. They didn't mull, they just kept 7 and murdered me. Well, that doesn't sound right, Passion, because it has to be 1 of 4 and 1 of, I don't know, let's say 3. Oh, you're still doing math? Those don't just combine, though. It's permutations, right? It's been a while. All right. A sad way to end. It was looking so good. It was looking, but it's okay. Magic Online's got our back. We're going to open our pity chest, and we're going to open... We don't want to open Ragavan. That went down. We want to open Displacer Kitten, right? Yo, what if we open a Displacer Kitten? That would be ideal, actually. Any Displacer Kittens in my pity chest? Nope, I got a Tome of Legends. I've never seen this card. What does it do? Enters the battlefield with a page counter. Whenever your commander enters the battlefield or attacks, put a page counter. And you can draw... Oh, okay, sure, why not? It's reasonable. Okay, so this was our donation deck list from Jacob. It was a lot of fun, so thank you for Jacob for donating on Patreon. If you want to see your deck list played, you can check out the Patreon link in the YouTube video description below, or if you're in Twitch chat, Exclamation mark Patreon, or exclamation mark donation deck list will get you there. It was fun. I have some problems with just the Jewel Shell in general. It is very much an all-in deck. It doesn't really have the blue cards to support Force of Will. I'd like to probably play more Seagate Restorations, as it's both a blue land and a blue card for Force of Will, and is very castable in this deck with Coveted Jewel and Kitten blinking our Opal. That was pretty cool. I've never done that before. Kitten blink our Opal 3 times, cast Seagate Restoration was definitely a first-time adventure for me. So that was cool. The Kitten itself doesn't seem like it's good enough in this deck. It definitely does do a thing. Blinking. But like once you've cast Coveted Jewel, most of the time you win. So it's not like the Kitten was super good with a Jewel. The Kitten was kind of nice with cards like Grim Monolith and Mox Opal, giving us additional blue and obviously a ton of extra mana with Monolith. But again, like Kitten's a 4-mana card. Once you've cast it, you basically have the mana to play anything in your deck. So I'm not really sure if the value is really there. It was a cool idea, and we're definitely going to see more Kitten experiments in the future, especially when the price goes down. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. And I will see you for new videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. See you then.